Historical roots: One China, two interpretations. Following the Chinese Civil War in 1949, the defeated nationalist government fled to Taiwan, creating two separate entities, each claiming to be the legitimate government of all of China. The Chinese Communist Party took control of mainland China, establishing the People's Republic of China. Beijing views Taiwan as a renegade province that must eventually be reunified with the mainland by force if necessary. Taipei has developed its own distinct identity and democratic system, with a growing number of its citizens advocating for formal independence. This fundamental disagreement over Taiwan's status lies at the heart of the ongoing tensions between China and Taiwan. Most countries, including the United States, officially recognize the PRC while maintaining unofficial ties with Taiwan. This approach seeks to acknowledge the reality on the ground while avoiding a direct confrontation with Beijing. The historical legacy of mistrust and differing interpretations of the One China principle continue to cast a long shadow over cross-strait relations. Finding a peaceful and sustainable solution requires both sides to engage in dialogue, build mutual understanding, and address each other's core concerns. The 1995 to 1996 Taiwan Strait crisis stands as a stark reminder of the potential for conflict between China and Taiwan. Triggered by Taiwan's then-President Lee Teng-hui's visit to the United States, the crisis saw China conduct a series of missile tests and military exercises near Taiwan. Beijing's actions were intended to intimidate Taiwan and deter any moves toward independence. The crisis had a profound impact on cross-strait relations, exposing the fragility of peace and the potential for miscalculation. In response to China's actions, the U.S. deployed two aircraft carrier battle groups to the area, sending a clear signal of its commitment to Taiwan's security. The crisis subsided after several months, but it left a lasting legacy of mistrust and heightened tensions. China realized the need to modernize its military to effectively deter Taiwan independence and counter potential U.S. intervention. Taiwan recognized the importance of maintaining a credible defense capability while seeking international support. Despite the political tensions, China and Taiwan have developed deep economic ties over the past few decades. China has become Taiwan's largest trading partner, and Taiwanese businesses have invested heavily in the mainland. This economic interdependence has created a complex web of interests, binding the two economies closer together. However, this economic relationship has not translated into a corresponding improvement in political trust. Beijing has increasingly used its economic leverage to exert pressure on Taiwan, seeking to limit its international space and undermine its de facto independence. Taiwan has grown wary of becoming overly reliant on China and has sought to diversify its economic partners. While economic ties can serve as a stabilizing force, they can also be weaponized, as China has demonstrated in recent years. Promoting dialogue, transparency, and fair competition, while addressing legitimate security concerns, can help build a more sustainable and mutually beneficial economic relationship. In recent years, the rise of nationalism in both China and Taiwan has further complicated cross-strait relations. In China, President Xi Jinping has promoted a more assertive foreign policy, emphasizing national rejuvenation and the China dream. In Taiwan, there has been a growing sense of distinct identity, particularly among younger generations who have no direct experience with mainland China. Support for independence has increased, and there is a growing desire to preserve Taiwan's democratic way of life and resist Beijing's pressure. This surge in nationalist sentiment on both sides creates a dangerous feedback loop, making it more difficult for leaders to compromise or seek common ground. Public opinion can constrain policymakers, limiting their ability to pursue pragmatic solutions. Building bridges between communities can help to mitigate mistrust and create space for peaceful coexistence. Section 5. The U.S. Factor, a Balancing Act. The United States plays a pivotal role in the China-Taiwan relationship, adding another layer of complexity to the equation. Washington's commitment to Taiwan's security, enshrined in the Taiwan Relations Act, has long served as a deterrent against Chinese aggression. The U.S. provides Taiwan with defensive weapons and maintains a military presence in the region, signaling its resolve to defend Taiwan if attacked. However, the US also acknowledges the One China policy, walking a diplomatic tightrope between supporting Taiwan without provoking a conflict with China. The US has sought to maintain a policy of strategic ambiguity, leaving it unclear how it would respond in the event of a Chinese attack on Taiwan. This approach aims to deter both Chinese aggression and Taiwanese provocations. Clear communication, robust deterrence capabilities, and a commitment to diplomacy and crisis management are essential. At the heart of the China-Taiwan issue lies the question of identity. How people in Taiwan view themselves as Taiwanese, Chinese, or both has profound implications for the future of cross-strait relations. Over the decades, Taiwan has undergone a significant transformation, evolving from an authoritarian state under KMT rule to a vibrant democracy with a strong sense of its own identity. Younger generations in Taiwan, in particular, tend to identify more strongly as Taiwanese than as Chinese. This growing sense of Taiwanese identity has fueled support for maintaining the status quo, or even pursuing formal independence. Public opinion in Taiwan remains divided on the best way forward. However, there is a shared desire to preserve Taiwan's democratic way of life and resist Beijing's pressure to unify under its terms. Dialogue, respect, and a willingness to understand and address each other's concerns are essential for bridging the divide. The military dimension of the China-Taiwan relationship represents a constant source of concern and a potential flashpoint for conflict. China has been steadily modernizing its military, acquiring advanced weapons systems and capabilities designed to deter Taiwan independence and counter potential U.S. intervention. Taiwan, while outmatched in terms of sheer military might, has sought to maintain a credible defense posture to deter a potential attack. The risk of miscalculation is a constant threat in this environment. Military exercises, deployments, or even unintentional incidents could be misinterpreted, leading to unintended escalation. Confidence-building measures, such as establishing military-to-military hotlines and communication channels, can help to reduce the risk of miscalculation and prevent misunderstandings. Diplomacy and dialogue remain the most effective means of managing the military risks in the Taiwan Strait. The future of cross-strait relations remains uncertain, with a complex interplay of factors shaping the trajectory of this critical relationship. While the One China principle continues to serve as the foundation for engagement, its interpretation and implementation remain points of contention. The lack of trust between Beijing and Taipei, coupled with the growing disparity in military capabilities, creates a volatile environment. The role of the United States, Japan, and other regional actors will also be crucial in shaping the future of the Taiwan Strait. Maintaining peace and stability in the region requires a coordinated and calibrated approach from all stakeholders. Dialogue, engagement, and a willingness to address each other's core concerns remain the only viable path towards a peaceful and sustainable resolution. Achieving a peaceful resolution to the China-Taiwan issue presents significant challenges, but also offers opportunities for progress. Both sides must be willing to engage in dialogue, build trust, and address each other's legitimate concerns. One potential avenue for progress lies in expanding cross-strait exchanges and cooperation in areas of mutual interest. This could include economic ties, cultural exchanges, and people-to-people contacts. Building bridges between communities can foster understanding, reduce mistrust, and create a more conducive environment for dialogue. Confidence-building measures, such as establishing military-to-military hotlines and communication channels, can also help to reduce tensions and prevent misunderstandings. The international community can play a constructive role by encouraging dialogue, upholding international law, and supporting peaceful resolution mechanisms. Only through dialogue, compromise, and a shared commitment to peace can a brighter future for both sides of the Taiwan Strait be secured.